Hello, God bless. I'm coming to you today with 2 Samuel chapter 4. This is a really short chapter, so it's not going to be very long at all. And going to be very tongue-tied, though, because there's a lot of name reading, and sometimes I have trouble with pronunciations. This is, once again, part of the history of David, King David, who slew Goliath, David, and also the father of Solomon, who we also know of, or may also know of. So I'm just going to go ahead. By the way, I prayed and I asked God to help me read to you, to give me a gift of utterance, to be specific. It's in Acts, the book of Acts, if you want to find it. And I suggest that anytime you place yourself in the Word, that you ask God to help you understand, and He will. That's His promise, not mine. So I'm just going to go ahead and start here in chapter 4, verse 1. Now when Ishbosheth, Saul's son, heard that Abner had died in Hebron, he lost courage, and all Israel was disturbed. Saul's son had two men who were commanders of bands, and the name of one was Baanah, and the name of the other was Rechab, sons of Ramon the Beerothite, of the sons of Benjamin, for Beeroth is also considered part of Benjamin. And the Beerothites fled to Gittaim, I should say, and have been aliens there until this day. Now Jonathan, Saul's son, had a son crippled in his feet. He was 5 years old when the report of Saul and Jonathan came from Jezreel, and his nurse took him up and fled. And it happened that in her hurry to flee, he fell and became lame, and his name was Mephibosheth. So the sons of Ramon the Beerothite, Rechab and Baanah, departed and came to the house of Ishbosheth in the heat of the day, while he was taking his midday rest. They came to the middle of the house as if to get wheat, and they struck him in the belly, and Rechab and Baanah his brother escaped. Now when they came into the house, he was lying on his bed in his bedroom. They struck him and killed him and beheaded him. And they took his head and traveled by way of the Arabah all night. Then they brought the head of Ishbosheth to David at Hebron, and said to the king, Behold the head of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, your enemy, who sought your life. Thus the Lord has given my lord the king this vengeance this day on Saul and his descendants, which is something that David didn't really want. So these men obviously didn't know what was going on. But I'm going to go ahead and read on. David answered Rechab and Baanah, his brother, sons of Ramon the Beerothite, and said to them, As the Lord lives, who has redeemed my life from all distress, when one told me, saying, Behold, Saul is dead, and thought he was bringing good news, I seized him and killed him in Ziklag, which was the reward I gave him for his news. And this is the truth. If you go back a couple chapters, you'll find this very confrontation he's talking about. How much more when wicked men have killed a righteous man in his own house on his bed. So they killed him in his sleep in his own house for no reason. Shall I not now require his blood from your hand and destroy you from the earth? Then David commanded the young men, and they killed them and cut off their hands and feet and hung them up beside the pool in Hebron. But they took the head of Ishbosheth and buried it in the grave of Abner in Hebron. So, David was not very happy about this murder, and there was really no reason to do it because the kingdom had already been given over to the king, and the king was not seeking to kill all the sons of Saul, or any of the sons of Saul, as a matter of fact. Whatever had happened with all these things, it was not David's intention to kill the sons of Saul. So that's all I have for chapter 4. Thanks for listening. God bless.